All right, let's talk about a staple in the tomato community since the 1950s, the Ace 55 tomato. So the Ace 55 tomato is in fact a determinate, so it only actually grows to a set size, and then most of the fruit will mature at the same time. So what we're going to do is we're going to take two of our seeds. We're using the cup method. We're actually trying multiple sow methods this year, as in we've got trays and we're using this cup method to see how they do. So hopefully here in October, I'll have a better answer for you of which of these will produce a better tomato plant. We're also using Fox Farms Happy Frog potting soil that I sifted to get all the big chunks out of it versus a Ferry Morris pre-filled seed starter tray. They will produce a fruit that is deep red, and I've had them, as a large, kind of like the size of a large cherry tomato, but then I've also had some that got almost like baseball size. Like, it was quite impressive. They have a really, I guess, mild flavor. They're not too sweet. They're not too, acidic. They are very thick-walled, so we do use them as a slicer, and we actually tried them as a juicer, and that didn't end up too bad. They're like the perfect tomato for eating raw off the plant. They're also good for sandwiches, and we even, made sauce and canned them. I mean, for a thick-walled tomato, they make a really nice diced tomato when you can them. They are an heirloom variety that has, in fact, been around since the 1950s, which is pretty awesome. And they are a non-GMO. And we are, of course, we went with Nature's Edge this year for them. It was part of a Pepper's heirloom seed kit that we bought, just so that way we would have it on hand because it comes with a sealed bag and all that business. So, I mean, I will say that we had really good luck with these last year. We got quite a bit of tomatoes from both varieties. They have a cherry tomato and they have the Ace 55 in there, and both of them did really well. We didn't quite get as many as we had hoped, but I also only had like 10 plants total between the two. So anyway, I planted one of them in the shade, and with this tomato specifically, if you plant it in the shade, it will produce. I mean, it won't be like crazy like you would get, full sun like it wants, but it will produce enough tomatoes. So if you can just grow it on a balcony or whatever, it will produce them. And it only gets, I think my biggest one was like 4 foot tall, and you can trim them, but with being a determinate, if you trim them, it's only going to grow so much and then it's going to die off. So we let it bush out to its full size and let it be. And then within, I think this one continued to produce all the way into October whenever I planted the late ones in June. So I mean, that's still pretty impressive for a determinate tomato. So we are starting these on March 10th of 2024. So it says to plant them 6 to 8 weeks before the last, projected frost, which for here will be April 20th, 2024. So, I mean, I'm a little late, but not too bad. Want your soil temperatures to be above 70 degrees. And when you go to transplant these, you're going to want to transplant them in full sun, and you're going to want to keep them 24 to 36 inches apart, and you will have a great harvest. If you like the video, go ahead and hit that subscribe button, and we'll see you in the next one.